1, Arsenal 0. Although, sum that up for us. Sum it up. I mean,
I think we did.
I tell you, that is some win, that.
Back where we belong, top of the league. Defensively, excellent. Really, really good today. I had my doubts. I've been slaughtering us the last few weeks with the lack of defensive play. Today, they were all immense. Absolutely brilliant. They're a really good team, well drilled. Kirkus had his best game for us. Hebrew was back to his normal. Van Dijk was brilliant. Soboslai was man of the match. Joe Gomez come on and was superb. But in front of him as well, the midfield worked really hard. You know, and I've been saying all week to my mates, to my family, I'd love a 1-0 today. No, 4-0 would be nice, but I would love a 1-0 win, and I've got it, I swear. I'm absolutely delighted. And the goal was worthy of winning any game.
It was, and Diego's song ringing out at Anfield as it will all season. You know, with Diogo Jota, although I think it's driving the boys on. They want to do it for him as well as for us in the club.
Well, you know, it's motivation, isn't it? It's, you know, what him and his family would want. Psychology-wise, to help them get through the days, because they want to see us win as well.
Hold on.
And he would.
How good was Kirkus today? You know what? The word I would use, Steve, agree with me. I thought up against Madueke, he's quick, and then the kid down and come on, he's talented. Well, he was disciplined, wasn't he?
Well, you know, against Newcastle, he let us down with that goal, and he's not been right, but he's got to settle. He's into a new city, he's in a new culture from Bournemouth, and a new environment. And today we've seen why Liverpool have bought him.
Ebu's getting a standing ovation there. He's taken his shirt off to throw it to the cop. He looks okay after going off with a muscle problem. Florian Wirtz is also out there as well. I think they were just maybe a touch of cramping up a little bit with them too. Konate's give it to a young fan in the crowd. I think that's Konate's best game of the season by an absolute mile. Tremendous, wasn't he? Made some good blocks for us today, didn't he, Aldo?
He's back to his normal. He's back to his normal self. He knows he hasn't played well. He's not been at the races, and it could be because of what's going on with this new contract which he's been asked to sign, and I know the talk about Madrid and such, and you can lose your way, and he certainly has. Last 3 games has been woeful, but tell you what, today he was immense.
What about, we've got to get the final word to Dominic Szoboszlai. I mean, brilliant. Back again, he was immense.
But you know what,
when he ventured forward, he created that chance for us, didn't he?
As well. But the thing is, like, even before he scored the goal, he was brilliant, and I think it's a worthy. It's like it's made in heaven. A worthy person to put a goal or score a goal at that quality. It was him. The way he played the game, he was brilliant in the right back position. We've got quite a lot of good midfield players, but you know what? Isn't it nice to know if need be he can play right back and play like that? He looked like he was a whale. Play for Brazil right back today.
He was sensational, wasn't he? Because me and you were thinking at half time the way it was going with Arsenal's tactics. Would he throw Connor on and put Dom into centre mid? No, he didn't. He put Curtis on, and Curtis made a contribution by winning the ball, driving at them, and winning that free kick, which was vital.
He did. The substitutions were good, you know, at the right time, and they paid off. You know, I think he wanted Curtis to go on, because Curtis keeps the ball. Some people say he keeps holding it too long, but we needed possession, and he was moving the ball, moving it around nice and neat and tidy. And then he turned, he got in, he got the free kick, and the rest is history.
And Joe Gomez had come on again. There was speculation yesterday and this morning about potential interest ahead of the deadline tomorrow. I want to keep Joe Gomez. You rely on him. He comes on and does a job.
No, but I can't see the points. Even what happens with Gay, Joe can play right across the back four. He can play a whole midfield player. The only problem Joe's got, I've loved him to have played hundreds and hundreds against them, but he get picks up injuries. Unfortunately, he's injury prone. But keep him in the squad. He knows the squad. He knows the changing room very well. He knows the environment. He fits in well. And look, his day will come. If he plays him end of the contract, he'll be a free transfer. He'll go somewhere else, and a lot of clubs want him, and he'll make more money than he could ever want. Not that it's about money, by the way, but I'd like to see him stay.
And even right at the end, although there was still shenanigans, they were trying to throw the kitchen sink at us. Endo come on and was winning challenges. Szoboszlai, Gomez, Verge, Kirkus putting his body on the line to make some great challenges for us. And then Arteta, the match ends with Arteta going crazy against the referee for a handball.
Well, it wasn't ever a handball, he knows. But look,
it didn't take VAR long to look at it that way, did it?
It's come through a ruck of plays. It's hit him on the top of the arm. But look, it's really, we've seen some harsh decisions. And yet when I seen it, you know, I thought, well, you know, some VAR officials, they've got to get it right. You know, the VAR, it's got to be intentional. If you put your arm out and it's not intentional, you know, then it's probably still a penalty. But you know, there's certain ways you've got to say you can't have that. You can't have. It's all contentious. You know, it is. You just got to get. It's hard. Look, I done a VAR thing. And I looked at some instances, and it's really hard, you know, and it's hard for referees. It is hard to referee a game. You're under constant pressure of the fans, but you know, you've got to use just your common sense, your nous. And that goal yesterday for Fulham was that epitomised Everton. For a fella in VAR to disallow that is shocking. But the referee should have overthrown him and said, no, you can't get that. But he didn't. But look, thankfully nothing was untoward here today.
And by the way, Arsenal have not won now in their last 13 visits to Anfield. But the great thing about this today, because we saw in the first half, it was difficult to play against, but we had to stay with it. You know, we didn't get frustrated, did we? You know, the crowd stayed with the team as well.
First half is poor.
There's a real togetherness here, as we could see in the second half, isn't there?
The crowd's brilliant. Look,
superb.
The first half, Arteta was pleased because he quieted the crowd. Even my mate in Portugal said, "Oh, the atmosphere is low there, although," and it was probably a little bit low. But as the game progressed in the second half, we showed the intent to go and do what we did. You know, it grew and grew and grew, and it got on to and helped our players and put a question mark in their players' heads. And it certainly played the part as you know the game went on. Definitely the crowd.
And the great thing is, as well, isn't it, after we have been questioned, including the Community Shield and some pre-season games, the likes of games against AC Milan in the Far East, defensively, we have been questioned. But the team have responded today, a clean sheet against our nearest challenger. Manchester City lost at Brighton today. That's 2 back-to-back defeats in the Premier League.
Yeah,
for
look,
City as well.
Chelsea. Look, it's a hell of a long way to go. We've got to play these away down the season, and we've got to get better. We've still got to get better. But you've got to defend like that in every game. That was much the Liverpool way, much the way to win game. 1-0. You ask a manager, you love your 1-0s. I said before, 5-0s are great, but when you're playing top teams, you beat them 1-0. It's nice. You know, it's
good, isn't it? It's good.
It's good. It's, you know, yeah. Because that's the margins of games like this more or less pan out in the season. When top teams play each other, it's always more or less 1 goal difference. And to get a clean sheet today, that's massive for us, because we before the game I said we haven't got a clean sheet on us, but they proved me wrong today.
Burnley away after the international break next up in the Premier League.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't take no one for granted. They were unlucky at Man United yesterday. You know, last minute goal to lose the game. You go there and just do the right things.
I just hope, though, I know it's the international break now, I hope there's not some bad injuries there, but the way that Kanate and Wirtz were walking on the field at the end, it didn't look bad injuries to me.
Yeah, but they won't travel, I'm pretty sure, which is a bonus for me, you know, just, yeah.
He felt Wirtz was trying a bit too hard in the first half. He got more into it second half, didn't he? Had some bright moments.
It's not just coming off him at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it will. Teams are swamping him, they know how good he is, they're not giving him the space, but they'll get used to it. This is a tough league. It's not the Bundesliga. With all due respect, that's a good league. This is a top league.
I mean, going back that wonder goal again, that free kick. We'd seen clips, hadn't we, on YouTube and whatever, of Dominic Szoboszlai scoring some wonder goals in the for Hungary in the Euros. I remember he went close when he smashed the bar from a long way out against Germany. But as soon as Curtis won that, you could tell he wanted the ball, because he was saying he's not going to shoot from here, is he? And I was joking in commentary for you. We need your old mate Rambo, Jan Mulvey, something Jan Mulvey-esque here, and we got it.
I'll tell you something, Jan would have been so delighted with that one.
Yeah, we got it.
I know he's a little bit of an Arsenal fan on the sly, Jan, but I think he'd have been celebrating that one. That was a goal worthy of winning any single game. That's the top-notch free kick, that is. Absolutely, and it couldn't have happened to a better player on the park. Playing out of position, he was absolutely superb. 10 out of 10 I'd give him today.
The way he's playing at right back, Arna's got a decision to make there with Conor Bradley, but I guess the other good thing, Conor didn't get on today, but I guess the good thing, you know, during the international break, might probably goes away with Northern Ireland again, but you know, Szoboszlai's shown that Arna can rely on him to play him there if need be.
Yeah, cover. You know, I say Joe Gomez keep Joe away from these, which is hard to say, but like you've got cover right across the back with Robbo there. You know, we don't know what happened with Shimikas. There's more than enough. You know, and if they bring the lad in from Palace, then it makes it even more so. Yeah.